My clearance lights, my turn signals are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, are amber in color. They're not missing any lenses. My headlights are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or missing any lenses, clear in color. There's no loose wires or pulls to indicate a leak under the truck. Come this way. My exhaust, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, clamps are on tight, no soot to indicate a leak. Here, I'm gonna open the hood up first. Okay, here. My coolant reservoirs between add and full, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. Follow the hose down to my water pump, which is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. It's gear driven. My alternator, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. It's belt driven. Belt is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not caught or frayed. No more than 3/4 of an inch play. Here, all my hoses, my wires, my clamps are securely mounted, not cracked or broken, not leaking, not exposed, caught or frayed. All the clamps and bolts are tight. Here, let's go to my other side of my truck. Power steering reservoir, securely mounted, not cracked, or broken, or leaking between add and full. I'll check my oil, take out the dipstick, wipe it off, put it back in, take it out between add and full. From here, follow the hose down to my power steering pump, which is securely mounted, not cracked, or broken, or leaking. It's gear driven. Next, my air compressor, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. It's gear driven. All the connection bolts are tight. From there, talk about my steering gearbox, which is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. Now for my five steering parts: drive shaft, pitman, arm, drag link, steering knuckle, tie rod are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or missing. From here, my universal joint is properly greased. My castle nut and cotter keys here and here are in place. They're securely mounted, not cracked or broken. Now for my suspension parts. Suspension mounts, front and back, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. Suspension leaves, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. No shifted springs or missing springs. My U-bolt, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. No shiny metals to indicate looseness. From there, my shock, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. My ABS wire, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, cut, or exposed. My brake hose, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. My brake chamber, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. The clamp is on tight. My push rod, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. My automatic slack adjuster, securely mounted, not cracked or broken. The cotter keys is in place. My drum, my wheel drum, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. No dents or illegal welds. No oil to indicate an inner seal leak. My linings are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or worn dangerously thin. From here, all my connections, hoses, clamps, I will check the same way as I did my driver's side of my truck. My tires, in and out, no abrasion, bulges or cuts, no separation, evenly worn, no less than 4/32 of an inch tread depth. From there, my rims. My rims are securely mounted, not cracked or broken. No dents or illegal welds. Lug nuts, they're not missing. They're securely mounted, not cracked or broken. No shiny metals or rust trails to indicate looseness. Hub seal, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. I'll check the oil by taking this cap off and putting my finger and checking it. My valve stem, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. The cap is on tight. and I'll check the tire pressure with an air gauge. From here, door brackets securely mounted, not cracked, broken. They're not missing any bolts. Now my door securely mounted, not cracked, broken. It opens and closes securely. From here, my hinges, they're securely mounted, not cracked or binding to indicate looseness. My seal, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not missing. From here, my steps and my catwalk, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, no debris, and it can hold driver's weight. Now, fuel tank is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, no hole underneath or puddles to indicate leaking. Straps are securely mounted, not cracked, broken. There's rubber underneath behind it. Fuel tank cap securely mounted, not cracked, broken. There's rubber underneath there as well. From here, my airlines securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. They're held on by glad hands, which are also securely mounted, not cracked, broken. They're held from back of my tractor to front of my trailer. And the rubber grommets are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. My electrical wire, securely mounted, not cut, exposed, or frayed, from back of my tractor to front of my trailer. And the safety latches are in place. From here, my tractor frame, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or twisted, no illegal welds. My drive shaft, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or twisted or missing. My universal joints, back, front and back, are properly greased. Now my header board. So, header board, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, no shifted loads or bulges or missing rivets to indicate a shifted load. From here, my trailer apron, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, no holes or illegal welds. No, there's proper gap between my trailer apron and my fifth wheel. My fifth wheel itself is properly greased, is securely mounted, not cracked or broken. My release arm is securely mounted, not cracked or broken. It's in locked position. Since this is not a sliding fifth wheel, the platform is securely mounted, not cracked or broken. The bolts are all in place, they're not missing, and they're on tight. From there, I talk about my suspension and my steering parts. So my brake parts, actually. My brake parts right here. My brake hose, my brake chamber, my push rod, my automatic slack adjuster, drum and lining. I will check it the same way as I did my steer axle. My suspension parts, suspension mounts, suspension leaves, U-bolt and shock. I will check it the same way as I check my steer axle. From here, my tires, in and out, no abrasions, bulges or cuts, no separation, evenly worn, no less than 2/30 of a second inch tread depth. Here, there's proper spacing between my tires. There's no illegal obstruction or debris in here. From here, my rims, my lug nuts, and my valve stem, I will check it the same way as I did my steer axle. My axle seal is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. All the bolts are in place and they're on tight. My turn signals, my clearance, and my marker lights are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or amber in color, not missing any lenses. My DOT tape, securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not peeling. My trailer frame securely mounted, not cracked or broken. It's not twisted. My mud flaps securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or missing. It's up, has proper height from the ground. From here we go under the trailer. Okay, here. My torque arm securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not twisted. My airbag mounts, up and down, are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not missing. My airbags itself, it's securely mounted, not cracked, broken, or leaking. From here, my kingpin shank, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. My locking jaws, securely mounted, not cracked or broken during locked position. Now we zoom out to my brake lights. My brake lights, securely mounted, not cracked, broken. They're red in color, not missing any lenses. My brake lights, securely mounted, not cracked or broken. They're clear in color and not missing any lenses. From here we go back. I'm gonna talk about my cross members. So these cross members are securely mounted, not cracked, broken, no illegal welds or bends. No illegal bends, not cracked. Also, there's no hole on the floor of my trailer. No holes. There's proper space between my tractor and my landing gear. My landing gear is securely mounted, not cracked, broken, not leaking. The pads are securely mounted, not cracked or broken. They have proper height from the ground. The handle is securely mounted, not cracked or broken, and not missing. It's properly mounted. From here, we come to my tandem axle. Since this is not a sliding tandem, I'll still talk about my tandem axle, which is securely mounted, not cracked or broken. From here, my torque arms, securely mounted, not cracked or broken, not missing. My brake parts, remember that five brake parts. My brake hose, my brake chamber, my push rod, my automatic slack adjuster, drum and lining, I will check it the same way as I did my steer axle. My suspension parts now. Suspension mounts, suspension leaves, U-bolt, shock. I will check it the same way as I check my steer axle. From here, my tires, in and out, in and out. I will check it the same way as I check my drive axle. Here, my rims, my lug nuts, my valve stem. I will check it the same way as I did my steer axle.